Hey guys, it's me again. I'm back. Today I'm going to show you the indoor course that I built inside my home down in the basement from upstate New York. And it's winter time and it gets pretty cold outside and can't do too much stuff outside, without freezing your rear end off. So this is something that I came up with just to have a little fun, and waste a little time, and just to continue to have fun with my RC trucks and cars during the winter. I'll bring you through the whole course here. Before I do that, real quick though, I just want to say the only thing that I paid for was a few boxes of screws of different size to hold a few things together. The tennis balls, the rope, some of the orange gate markers were all Christmas gifts from my sister-in-law. As I was starting to build this, I just, I had a little section at a time and kept adding and my sister-in-law thought it would be a great idea to get me this stuff, and brother-in-law. And so pretty much it was just everything that I gathered or that was laying around, or stuff I just collected from stuff that people were throwing out, or as you see over here, we did an addition onto our deck and added a pool. So this was all the scraps that I used to add on to the course, and now as you can see, it's kind of got a little out of hand down here, but it's a really good time. Anyway, I'll just bring you through it, and we'll start here from the beginning. And all these big rocks and stuff are all from the woods or the rock walls. They have a lot of rock walls here out in the woods out through New York. There were old farm fields and stuff and around my property. So this is what I just collected up. Anyway, like I said, you see a lot of the markers or stuff. There are tennis balls that I've cut in half. I've had them numbered to keep track of gates, but as you can probably see, my boys like to grab them and play with them and do their own thing and move them, so the numbers are kind of mixed up. Like that, it really doesn't really matter. But as you see in this section, I kind of used a bunch of pallets. We get large parts at work in the quarry. So just different size ones I've taken home, because all we do is get rid of them. People burn them for firewood or whatever. But then these rocks here are decor rocks outside on the patio and stuff that they used around the home to decorate on the corners of the house and the pillars and stuff that were all left over. So I used those. Once again, like I said, free. But you come right down around this way, down over a little bridge here, all wood, like I said, that was laying around and I collected, and just set everything up. Here's again another piece of wood down underneath that I used with some buckets that I got from work to hold it up, to give myself an incline. And like I said, just randomly put gates everywhere. And what I found over time is, what is pretty cool is that as you go through the course and you get better and you figure things out, you can always just move rocks and change everything up. Then it's a whole new course. It never gets boring down here. So anyway, so right here, this is where you would turn. And I kind of laid it out so you get a lot of run time. So the way I set it up. So then you climb up here on the wall. Sometimes you get it halfway up on the wall, half off. Come up and around. You got a gate up here. On this piece is suspended. I got it connected to the wall, and then I used a piece of rope with an anchor to the ceiling just to hold the corner of the board and the weight on there. And then built a suspension bridge with rope. And it's kind of neat, rocks and rolls, and the trucks have fallen off here several times. The Red Cat that I did a review in another one of my videos has gone off these bridges several times with my nephew. Anders there. And here's another same setup in the corner. Goes up to the ceiling there. back down just to hold the corner of the board. Just drilled a hole through the board, tied a knot on the other side, several, make sure it doesn't go through. Then I got a little bridge here with a thin piece of wood and just put odds and ends of pieces of wood on it so you can drive over it, and makes the truck articulate and do different things. And of course the center is all open there, so you can fall down through and you get stuck. And then on the course you'd come up around here, just took a bunch of wood, different angles and everything else, just to kind of get you stuck, and you got to make this turn. And then come down the suspension bridge all the way back down. Come on down. And now at this point you would take a left, and you'd go back up on this piece of wood here, and then you just set up a few more rocks, whatever, whatever your imagination or whatever you think will work, you could stack up and try. It's limitless really what you can do. Put boards at angles. You don't have to be a professional carpenter or anything like that. You can just do whatever your imagination comes up with, and that's what's kind of cool about this. It's just you're trying to get a truck stuck, or see what you can make or what you can get over. Then you'd continue on here and go up here. This is I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the box is underneath and kind of at a tilt. All these little blocks are of concrete. I work in a quarry, and I actually work for a concrete plant, and these are all test samples of different types of concrete that they were doing, and they were throwing them out to get rid of them, so I just collected them up, and they're great because this constantly changes through there. Just another idea. And then it's another thing I built with kind of some crazy steps that all as you come down you can actually turn these or make them down. So again, like I said, it's something I came up with, an idea, and that's changes the course as you go through, and you start mastering things. You can always just change up. That's what's kind of cool about this. Because sometimes you do the same thing over and over again, kind of loses its fun factor. But here on this course, every single piece is adjustable, or you can change or move, and you have a whole new thing and a whole new challenge, and it's kind of fun. Here on these, I drilled little holes. I don't remember what size drill bit I used, but I wanted to put more gates up for challenges to make through stuff, and I got a drill bit the same size of a coat hanger, and that's actually what that is, and I just bent it, and I put it in there, and I just used some painter's tape that I had laying around to make little flags, and that gave me an option of adding a few more gates on the course. And here goes another setup, random stuff put together, boards and wood and screws, and you can see these were all the pieces of wood from the deck that we built. It was a railing, or should I say my beautiful wife built. And here's another gate. I just drilled some holes on the side of the piece of wood, bent it at an angle, put more tape on it for another flag, another little crossing section. Here's another little skinny bridge you gotta make over. And what's cool about these is all of these change as well, just to change up the angles and make the truck tip and tilt, articulate in different ways to challenge you. Again, as I said, as you master the course. Then you can come up through over here. It's a bunch of wood, at angles and overlapping and gaps and just whatever I thought randomly. And I put it together, and then another section with flags, and you come around here. You got a little helper up there, but you got to line up on this part pretty good. And at this point of the course, you got to be absolutely straight, because you come up here, and I came up with an idea. I have these sections of wood built, and I got a wood to put tension in the center so the two pieces built sections don't pull towards each other, but I put rope, and I got them down with a screw. A few times now the rope has stretched, and I have the screw through the rope, and as I turn the screw, it actually tightens the rope and puts the tension back in. But what's pretty cool about this section, and when I was saying you got to be perfectly lined up, is when you come up to it, you got to line your tires up, and it's all set up perfectly where you won't touch the floor, but you got to keep the rope. You have to drive across the rope and keep these ropes dead center of all 4 tires until you get to this other side. And it's actually a really cool little section of the course, probably one part of my favorites on the course. And then here's just another section where you'd go down, and you'd actually go down and underneath. You come back up and over, and then you come back along this way on the course and up through a few more gates. These are some, when we put in the pool, we had to remove some patio stones, and I said, oh, I got a good idea for those. I know what I can do with those. So I just used some other test blocks, cylinders of concrete, and a few paint cans and stuff, and I got them suspended at different angles, and they can't move. I got children, so, and they love to play down here with me, and they're always climbing on stuff, so they're all, when I built it, just keep in mind if you have children that, you know, you want nothing to fall. These are rocks and stuff, so are heavy. So not only is this course built for holding the RC car and the rocks, but it has, you know, your children and my children in mind as well. There's something to think about if you are thinking about building something like this. Anyway, I was excited you would carry on here up over through these rocks here. You got a gate at a severe angle you got to try to make. See if I can get that on camera for you. It's quite a tilt, and then straight right back up. Another climb. As you see, I could probably add a few more rocks here, but I used, you know, like the wood underneath to give the form of the course, you know, my inclines and declines and tilts and stuff like that. But then you got another gate, and then at this point in the course, what we usually do for a bonus, you can go back up and around again, all the way up the bridge and all the way back around, and then come all the way back over again and try to make this and come back down. We usually do a bonus points if you make it through. The thing is you have to clear all the gates and make it all the way down without falling for the bonus. And then once you come back down, you can go straight back that way, or once you get to this point, you can decide that I don't want to go for the bonus round, and I'm just going to come straight back this way. And you'd come all the way down here, back through all the gates. We count them again. So you got more gate counts, more times to mess up. And back around, back over the bridge, back up the slope here. I know some of the stuff you can't really tell, but a lot of the stuff's at a slope and angles, just to make it fun, increase that fun factor. And we come back down around here. You're almost in the home stretch. And down and back and around. Oops, suspension bridge in the way, and you come back down the slope, and that's the end of the course there. Like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a showing of this on some of the things that I work on. Have fun with my RC cars, and it's a great idea, and we've had hours and hours and hours of fun with the family down here. Just playing. My daughter's into it, my boys are into it, my nephews, my brother-in-laws. We all get together and just have a good time down here, and just have a great time. And just like I said, I want to show you this. It's kind of an idea of, you know, maybe give you your own idea and things that you can do with your space and your time, or materials that you collect up and use. And just keep in mind, it can be anything. You know, this wasn't built in a day. This is several months. It's just random things I've run across have come up, or a Christmas that went by and got rope, you know. As crazy that is, from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law. I think it was a gag joke pretty much, but and it worked out great. One of the better gifts I've gotten. And one last thing here, we got the course rules up on the board. Just wanted to get that up there for my daughter. She made that for Daddy. And that's the house rules there on the crawler course. So she made the rules of the land there for Daddy. Just want to give you a shout and thank you, honey. And once again, everybody, Just wanted to give you a little overlay of my crawler course that I've made. Like I said, absolutely free. Just stuff that's been laying around. Well, I should say absolutely free. The only thing I bought is 2 or 3 boxes of different size screws to hold wood together. But that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching again. I hope I've given you guys some good ideas and maybe you can build your own crawler course. I'm going to do a video here soon of us running on this. I'm going to try to get my son and my daughter to run some cars up here for me so you guys can see what it's all about on another part. And thanks for watching. Please click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.